Hey folks, Brendan here from Bluelight, and if you're watching this video, you're one of my extra special clients, so no introductions needed. So here we are in York, and we've just finished a day of one-to-one coaching with one of my clients who's preparing for the Met Police Day 1. And what part of that day involved was preparing for the vulnerable person, single person role play that you'll have to deal with when you're dealing with someone who's got a vulnerability or some kind of little mini crisis going on. Part of that was how to deal with a universal quantifier. So the phrase universal quantifier is something I picked up on a course that I went on about 15 years ago when I went to learn all about how neuro-linguistic programming works. Easy for me to say at the end of the day. It was run by a guy called Richard Bandler, who was the co-founder of NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming, and also by Paul McKenna, the often known as a stage hypnotist, but he does some incredible work around NLP and developing tools around hypnosis. So one of the things I was introduced to there was something called a universal quantifier, and you may find your role player uses a universal quantifier in the role play. So you ask them how things are in their life. How are things in your life at the moment? How do you feel your life is going? Some question like that. How do you feel right now? And they say, everything in my life is shit, or everyone hates me. Well, that's a universal quantifier. What you're saying there is that everything and everyone in my life is shit, or everyone hates me. And it's just not the case. So in real life setting, everyone in their life has got something that's going on that's good. Everyone in their life has got someone who values and loves them in some shape or form. Everyone. Even the most homeless, desolate people I've come across in my career, the people at the very end of their tether, when I've explored this with them in the past, they've always come up with someone who loves them, someone who values them, or something that is good about their life, even if it's just a relationship they have with someone who's a fellow homeless person. So the way I deal with that when they come up with that kind of thing is I'll go, what? Everyone? What? Everything? Is that really the case? And then I'll ask questions like, so what's one person has offered you an act of kindness recently? What person, or tell me about a time when someone has offered you an act of kindness? And it's a really powerful question. Or a question like, what one small part of your life would you describe as being good? Or what part of your life exists where someone does like you, where someone does value you? So we're asking questions to explore and drive a little wedge into this universal quantifier, to explode it, to make people realise that actually there are people who like me and not everything in my life is shit. So once we've developed that and we've found out what's good in their life, we can now look at questions which are going to take them, using things like motivational interviewing, which I've explored in other videos, to take them from where they are now into a future that's far more positive, where they build on that. So I sometimes use phrases like, what would it be like if we could multiply that type of relationship by 5? Or what would it be like if we could multiply that or grow that one thing in your life that's good by 10? What would that look and feel like in 6 months' time, in a year's time? So there you go, folks. You may find that a useful tool, and the assessors will certainly scratch their heads and think, where did that come from? Well, like I said, you can thank Richard Bandler and Paul McKenna for that course I did about 15 years ago, where they helped me explore more the theory and concepts around neuro-linguistic programming. There you go, I said it this time, and how that underpins a lot of hypnotic techniques. So until next time, folks, I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye for now.